Alright, hey everyone, welcome to the channel, and welcome to another DVD review on Team Torchwood. This is going to be the DVD review of The Deadly Assassin. So, if you're not aware of this series, I pull out of the Bowl of Doom random episodes to review on DVD, and I got super lucky and I got the chance finally to review The Deadly Assassin, which is a brilliant Tom Baker story, I have to admit. So, I hope you enjoy the review. So, without any further ado, let's get on to the cover and the packaging and stuff. So, we have Tom Baker here at the bottom, and we have Doctor Who logo, Deadly Assassin, and we have the Master. Then we have Fourth Doctor, and then I've forgotten what that monument thing is there. It's a little bit embarrassing, actually. Anyway, so moving on to the spine, we have Doctor Who written again, plus BBC logo at the top. Then we have Deadly Assassin, Fourth Doctor picture right there. Then we have To Entertain logo. And then moving on to the back, we have obviously some stuff. If you want to read it, you can. You need to pause the video and do so right now. So we have some pictures at the top. Then we have Doctor Who logo again, Deadly Assassin, starring Tom Baker. We have a little bit of a brief on the story, plus an in-depth thing on the special features. And then right at the bottom, as you can see, there's some legal crap, just talking about the rating and all that. So, moving on to the interior, we have obviously the disc there, and we'll talk about what the episode is like in a minute. Then we have the leaflet. I'll just take this out. And as usual, you already know the drill. Pause and read. Pause and read. This is talking more about the episode on there, and it obviously has Doctor Who logo and Deadly Assassin, because that's not on every other cover enough, is it? So yeah, there you go. And then on the back there's some chapter points. Pause and read. Obviously more pictures on the top and all that. And then on the inside you can read this as well if you want to. It's talking about the commentary that is of it, and it stars Tom Baker and Bernard Hensfield and Philip Hinchcliffe. And obviously it has more stuff about special features on the right hand side. So pause and read, you should have done that by now. So yep, had your chance. So let's just get into review of The Deadly Assassin. So, what is there to say about The Deadly Assassin? It's brilliant. Yeah, we'll just go into the facts and the important points which make this story brilliant. So, obviously, The Deadly Assassin had no companions. I mean, so the episode before, The Hand of Fear, was the departure of Sarah Jane. So this is obviously an episode where the Doctor has no companion, which is something you don't see as much, where it's just the Doctor, like on his own endeavours, isn't it? Don't see that often, especially not on a classic series. That makes this story very unique, and it's really cool. It's really cool. I like that this one. It really does set apart from your more traditional Doctor Who stories, which is really, really good actually. And the thing is, though, it didn't really need Sarah Jane or Leela or Romana. It didn't need any companions in this story. It worked for what it was. I don't see how the companions would have gone into play. I think they would have been standing about too much, especially with the bits of the Matrix. I think companions would have got in the way. I think the story flowed a lot better. There are just some stories which don't need a companion. The story just flows a lot more smoother when there's no companion, and it's brilliant when that happens, isn't it? I'm really impressed with this story. So, second point is, it's, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first full Doctor Who adventure on Gallifrey. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this story is one of a kind. I mean, nothing has ever competed with how unique it is and how experimental it is. It's just it's great. And I think it's the first full Gallifreyan story. I know it's one of the first, but I'm not sure. I think it is the first. Okay, so the bits in the Matrix where the Doctor is like, psychological, like fear, like everywhere, and he's being chased by lots of shit, That is really suspenseful. It was really, really intense when I was watching this. I mean, I've watched this like 3 or 4 times now. This story's brilliant, and I'm just like, oh, every time it's just filmed beautifully. It feels like a horror film. The bits in the Matrix, really, like all of the Doctor, like all of the worst nightmares you can think of, are chasing the Doctor and scaring him. And seeing the Doctor in such distressful way, like just in so much fear and agony. It's just the acting as well. Big credit to Tom Baker. Oh, he's brilliant in this one. It's one of his best acting pieces. So yeah, okay, so I think the final acts with the Doctor and the Master are quite good, actually. They're quite good. I mean, I think the peak of this story is when he's in the Matrix. I think that's the best part, the climax. But I think that the final acts with the Master and the Doctor in this story are very good as well. And I'm pretty impressed with that, to be honest. I mean, it's never really explained how the Master survives their previous encounter. It just jumps straight on to Keeper of Track, and I think that's the next Master story with Tom Baker. But yeah, I don't think it's ever explained how he survived. But yeah, anyway, so there's that, and I think that episode 2 was a little bit slow, a little bit too slow for my liking. That's one problem I have with this story, is that episode 2 is a bit slow for me. I mean, episode 1 is a perfection opening climax. I think it's brilliant. It introduces the ideas and introduces the scene and the Doctor and what sort of story this is going to be. And then episode 2 kind of loses it. I think it drops what episode 1 was doing, and episode 2 kind of lost it a bit. Episode 3 introduced an amazing aspect of the Matrix. Brilliant. Episode 3, I mean episode 2, all of the bits of the Matrix are brilliant, actually, not just episode 3. All of the bits of the Matrix, absolutely brilliant. So the story definitely does pick up and get back on track when the Matrix is like implemented into the story. So yeah, and one problem I do have though is that the side cast is a bit too forgettable. I mean, I don't remember any of the names apart from obviously the Master and the Doctor, which is a shame, isn't it? So it's a real shame. I mean, yeah, the story is pretty good though, so yeah, it's very, very good, so it makes up for it, definitely. Episode 1, like just a quick summary, episode 1 is very enjoyable opening, very enjoyable. I always love watching just episode 1 of this episode, even though the whole story is brilliant. Then episode 2, it's a bit slow moving at first, as you guys had said. Then episode 3 is very exciting, very suspenseful. And then episode 4 is a decent climax and resolution. So, overall, I give this episode a solid 8 out of 10. I really, I'm a big fan of it, and I think it's a quintessential Doctor Who. You can't, if you're watching Doctor Who, you have to, if you're into the Tom Baker era, you have to watch this one. If you're getting into classic Who, this is definitely one of the earlier stories you need to get if you want to watch the Gallifreyan side of Doctor Who. And if you just want a genuine, like, quality Doctor Who story, then this is the one to grab, along with, like, obviously there are a few others which are better than this, but this is definitely, like, high on the list of ones you need to check out if you're new to classic Who. So that concludes the review of The Deadly Assassin. Now I can, as usual, rip up the piece of paper. Deadly Assassin is ticked off the list of DVDs to review in my collection, and so we are going to pick out the next DVD review on the channel from the Bowl of Doom. So I can't prove to you that I'm not looking, but I am not looking. I'm just going to pick out at random, and I think I've got one now. It is... Oh, no! Oh, stay tuned, guys, to the review of Castrovalva. Fuck's sake. No. I think it might be a while. I think I'm going to need to drink some alcohol and smoke some crack and get high before I review this episode. Oh my god, I'm not looking forward to this one. I have to watch it as well. Oh, so annoying. Castrovalva. I mean, I've been on a good luck streak. 3 episodes I pulled out were ones I liked. So I'm bound to get a bad one eventually. So now that Castrovalva has been pulled out, we are going to replace Castrovalva. What episode is going to replace Castrovalva in the bowl is The Awakening, which was picked out off my shelf at random by a very lovely person. So The Awakening is an underrated gem of the Fifth Doctor era, I think. So I'm not complaining. So The Awakening has now replaced Castrovalva in the Bowl of Doom. So stay tuned for the review of Castrovalva, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the review of The Deadly Assassin. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.